Okay. Okay, so as per usual, 5 minutes in, if nobody shows up, I will leave. Just that simple. Alrighty, shout out to the one person that's up in here. Thanks again. Um, Go ahead, try to get that glare out the way. There we go. All right. No clue who this is. Oh, sweet, too. All right, that's dope. Hello, Miss Chrissy. How are you doing today? By the way, I wanted y'all to just sort of know in advance. I made one of my shorts had upset it the right wingers, so they might come up in here and try to troll. So yeah, let's hope that they go away as quickly as they show up. But yeah, just know that that's going to happen. Shout out to the three. Yeah, like I said though, they're probably gonna pop up like any moment now. They're gonna probably be like, "Hey, I saw your short and I didn't like it." So just expect that. So shout out to the three. Sorry if I'm sounding distracted. It's also I'm multitasking right now. So how you guys doing out there? Pretty okay? Everything going all right? Uh, I really don't like this. Because if I even move this way, glare. Give me 1 second, y'all. Like I said, I'm multitasking. Wow. Ain't nobody showing up, nobody saying anything. That's fair. Everybody busy. Everybody got lives. All right. All right. Dang. Okay, so there's two of y'all in here. So I'm going to assume that one of them is Christy and the other one is either me or a lurker. Let me check. I wish there was a better way that I could check. Yep, it's just me. It's me. Oh, okay. I do. Oh, all right. Asus Genesis. Why does that name sound familiar? Have you been in here before? Oh, okay. I don't know why your name sounds familiar, but I guess it's because I'm thinking of the Sega Genesis from like long time ago. Long time ago. Ah, man, what I would give to play a Sega Genesis game right now. What's this? Oh man, it's these people. They just don't know when to stop. These people are so dumb, man. I shouldn't be arguing with. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Like I said, my memory is not great. Also, there's four people up in here and only one like. What's some of my favorite games was on Sega. Never had one, but I always played at a friend's house. My cousin used to have one. My cousin used to have a Sega Genesis, and I used to like always. And the thing was that like my cousin, my uncle didn't really like want all them kids in the dang house. So like whenever we try to like play the Sega Genesis, he'd always tell us to get the heck out and like go play outside, and that's what we would do. I hated my uncle for like the later of that year, but then it just dawned on me we were like rambunctious children, so maybe he had a point. But yeah, like I said, never had a Sega Genesis either. But when I got a chance to play it, I enjoyed it. It was the first time I think I ever seen a C button. But I remember thinking that like Sega. I remember thinking the Sega Genesis was actually like the only system that Sonic was on. Like that tripped me out. Man, I ain't gonna lie. Like I shouldn't be arguing with these people online. I really shouldn't be. I got to do better than this. I'm trying my best to make myself feel better because I'm not in a good mood. So I'm gonna try my best to make myself feel better. So, how you guys doing out there? Are y'all just like I said? I'm not entertaining enough for y'all to just watch and to just stare at. So feel free to talk because I will talk back. Um, you know, I don't understand. I don't understand the concept of lurking. Like if y'all seen one of my lives, y'all seen all of my lives. It's literally just me. Why are you in a bad mood? Because my TikTok account got hacked. I haven't really used my TikTok account that much, after the ban. But like, it's just a sheer fact that like I woke up to find out that I got hacked and it got taken away from me. And I know that, and I reported TikTok. I reported to TikTok about it, and I'm pretty sure they're probably just gonna overlook it or whatever, and that's just agitating me a little bit. I made a couple of shorts about it. Oh, that's all right. There's more money for you here on YouTube. There's really no money. I'm lucky to get money. But like I never, like I said, I didn't even know that I had that many followers on TikTok because I didn't get a chance to use it that much after the ban. So it's like when I tried to use it, and it's like I said, it's not even the fact that I did. It's not even the fact that I don't have it anymore that I'm upset about. It's the fact that it was taken from me. You know what I'm saying? It was taken from me, and like it was just like that was messed up. How long did you have your TikTok before the ban? I had it for a few years. I want to say I got it. I want to say I got it around. I want to say I got it around like maybe 2022. I had it for a good little minute, before the ban, and then like I said, when the ban happened, I couldn't really use it, and when the ban, like I said, when the ban was lifted, like I said, I couldn't use it still. So I just basically said I'm not going to use it no more. Only to find out that somebody just hacked my stuff and took it from me. And I think I'm more upset about the fact that like, you know, like this whole little fiasco, this whole fiasco that's really annoying me is that it shows how incompetent these big businesses are. You know what I mean? It's like these are big businesses. They make billions of dollars. They are very, very, very successful. But apparently you can't even you can't even call with an actual problem because they won't anything you own being hacked is stressful. Exactly. But it's like it's just the sheer fact that this billion-dollar organization that has the capabilities of doing all this stuff, it's like, you mean to tell me you can't solve my problem? You mean to tell me that you can't even hear my problem? I have to like it's like, how do you have like how does a company have that much money and still be that gloriously incompetent? You know what I mean? It's like, have y'all like the one thing I noticed is that like it's not even just TikTok, it's just businesses in general. Like you can't have a legit grievance with most billion-dollar companies because if you have a grievance with them or you try to talk to them or you try to like solve a problem with them, is either they just don't do it or you just have to cut through a lot of red tape for them to do the bare minimum. And these are big businesses. It's like, you really I'm supposed to think that this is peak success right here. These companies are like, if these companies earned less money, you wouldn't shop at them. I'm just saying, like, billion-dollar organizations can't even do the bare minimum to help somebody out. It's not a lack of capability; they just don't care. That's what I'm saying. That's what makes it even worse. It's like if I had a billion-dollar organization, if I had an organization that was worth $1 billion, every customer that I have is happy. You know what I'm saying? Like you can probably like if my business is making $1 billion, I know all of my customers by name. You know what I mean? Like I know their names. Like I probably hang out at some of their houses or something. You know what I mean? Like if I'm making $1 billion off of an organization, that's the most grateful I could ever be. Like I'm going to try my best to do everything in my power to make sure that they are a okay. But like these companies, these corporations, bro, you can't have a legit complaint or a legit issue without them just basically saying, "Have you tried paying us more money so we can solve the problem?" It's like, bro, that's ridiculous, man. I mean, it's like and it's like they don't care. And like my whole life, I think my whole life, I was always trained on this idea that like the more money you earn, the more important you are, the more valuable you are to society. And it's like every day, it feels like every moment of every day, I'm being introduced to a new reason why I should just completely unthink that. It's like, bro, my account got hacked. Y'all should be able to just, I should be able to just tell y'all, hey, my account got hacked, and y'all just, here you go. This is your account back. And instead, it's like, I gotta wait like probably a week for them to respond back to me. If they take the week, man, rich people are useless, bro. I'm telling you, man, they could not work an 11 to 8. They cannot work 11 to 8 with one call out. That's all I'm saying. I can't trust anybody who can't work a full 11 to 8, no 11 to 9:30 with one call out. You know what I'm saying? It's closing shift, and it's closing shift, and you ain't got no lunch tonight. Shoot, that's all I'm saying. That's my rant though, and I shouldn't be ranting like that. I should be trying to make myself feel better. But yeah, I'm agitated. But what y'all doing? True. I know I don't want to upset anybody up in here who may think that rich people are in fact valuable, but I just want y'all to understand if y'all are the type of people who think that they wouldn't last one Easter lunch rush. Oh my god. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh my god, bro. Easter. Oh my god. Bro, the modern day rich person could not survive. Just a lunch rush in general. But specifically one on a holiday. Bruh, don't do that. Don't do that. They would disintegrate. They would quit. Like they would just like, bro. I can't trust anybody that can't work a shift, man. I can't. Shoot, because I like every job I had, I did not every job I had, I was not a fan of, but like I did it. You know, I did it to the best of my abilities. These other cats, they'd be like, "Oh my god, it's so much work." Elon Musk can't do half the crap that I do. That's why I know that he's lazy. Shoot, they had to close. They had to close down a McDonald's so that Donald Trump could work there. That's what makes it so funny. They had to like make sure that that place was like closed so he could like go over there and do what he would go over there and act like he was working. Why? Because if he had to do it during if he had to do it during the actual shift, he would have slowed everybody down. It's wild, bro. Do you think it's too late to try out for WWE or go to a wrestling school? Honestly, no. I mean, like, do I think it's too late for me, or do I think it's too late for you? Because I feel like there's no such thing. Like, if you want to do it, you should do it, or at least for you. I'm already doing it. I don't think it's too late, bro. Like, what kind of question is that? Like, I'm train. I'm trying to train to do it now. I'm not. Is It's not impossible. What kind of question is that? Hey, by the way, I see that you're training to be a professional wrestler. Do you think it's too late to do that? Sorry, man. How long is wrestling school? It depends. It always depends on the head trainer. The head trainer is basically tells you when you're ready. It's a lot like training for belts in martial arts. It's like when they think that you're good enough, you get awarded for it. But no, like I don't think it's too late to go to a wrestling school because I am at a wrestling school. But as far as trying out for the WWE, I don't really trying out for the WWE is not something that's like my choice. They have to call you up for that. Been seeing a lot of WWE wrestler interviews on here. It's interesting. Yeah. My actually my roommate does that too. He knows more about like the interviews than I do. I just watch the wrestling. But yeah, like going to the training facilities and stuff like that. I'm starting to get back into the WWE. Oh, that's dope, man. I would definitely recommend trying to watch more wrestling instead of just WWE though, so that way you can appreciate the indies. Because every wrestler that you see in the WWE started off as an indie worker in the smaller companies. So you want to check out all of it to kind of just sort of like you want to be able to watch WWE and be like, I know that guy. I seen that guy before. That guy is cool. You know what I'm saying? You want to be that's the thing. But yeah, dude, like I don't think it's too late. I mean, like if WWE ever decides, like if I ever should I ever get done training and WWE offers me like a spot somewhere, I'm going. But like I'm not really expecting it because I'm fat, I'm black, I'm short, and I am like I look like this all the time. Shoot, they're looking for sexy people. Yeah, chase your dreams, man. I hear you. Lots of jobs can be draining. Yeah, they can be. But yeah, man, like there's no such thing as too like if you like something enough, if you like something enough, you're gonna work towards it. Like I mean, I believe that there's more that I need to do? Absolutely. That's why I try my best to do it. But like I'm not gonna ever be like Mr. 8 pack. I'm not gonna look like what's that wrestler's name? The other dude in Imperium, tall guy dating Tiffany Stratton. What's his name? It'll come back to me later. Kaiser. I'm not gonna be built like Ludwig Kaiser anytime soon, but Jey Uso. No, not Jey Uso. I'm talking about Ludwig Kaiser. I'm not gonna be built like Ludwig Kaiser when I start wrestling. But like the idea is I want to just be able to do the stuff that I've been doing. How does people know that like I really need to start going live on my other channel because I'm noticing I'm getting a lot of like wrestling fans and I should really I'm getting a lot of like wrestling fans on here sometimes. But yeah, I don't think it's too late for me to continue training. Also, yes, shout out to Jey Uso. Yeets. By the way, there's a wrestler in the Indies. His name is Warren Johnson. He doesn't do the full yeet, but but he goes like this. And Warren Johnson is wildly talented, one half of one of the greatest tag teams in Texas. So I definitely recommend, if you like wrestling and not just WWE, I definitely recommend checking out a tag team called Fly Def. Uh, Really, really, really good. Just one of the best out there. So, wow, yeah, 70 y'all though. That's crazy. But yeah, do you want my old PS4? It works. Uh, sure, sure. Contact me on my socials. Contact me on my socials, and we could talk about that. Definitely. That is that's quite the request, man. I just really wish I could pay you back, but I'm broke right now. So but if you're offering, contact me through my socials. We can talk about that through there. By the way, funny wrestling story. I actually met Jacob Fatu around last year. No, actually around like 2023, and he was a nice guy. Jacob Fatu is actually a really nice guy in person. Terrifying, but terrifying like when that bell rings. But total sweetheart outside of it. Like I would like at least he's nice to me. I'll say that. I'll say that he was nice to me, but it's like clearly because yeah, he was a nice guy. Did you watch Raw yesterday? Yes, I did. But yeah, like I did watch Raw yesterday. It was a good show. It was a good show. Like it was actually spectacular. The whole Gable the Gable segment where they caught that luchador, that right over my head, bro. That really like Raw has been doing some great like little swerves lately. Like I've been thinking about one of the things I used to like about watching wrestling was that like I could like predict everything that was gonna happen before it happened, and I'd be like, yeah, okay, this is gonna happen. Then it would happen. I'd be like, boom, called it. But it's like now I'm predicting it and getting it completely wrong. And honestly, I like that. I like being wrong about stuff like that because it's like I was not expecting that. It's kind of like that quote from God in Futurama where Bender had met him and Bender was like, "So you got to know everything I do before I do it." And God says, "Yeah." And then he says, "But what if I do something different?" And then God says, "Then I don't know that." And then it's like, "Whoa." So yeah, like that was, but yeah, like I said, Raw was good. Like I'm actually might be Phoenix. I was thinking the same thing too because like I noticed that that athlete was much skinnier than Gable was, but he also did the stalling suplex. So that's what I'm saying. It was just wild all the way around. That was a wild show, man. I enjoyed it though. I enjoyed it. Shoot, if it is Ray Phoenix, I'm going to be very surprised because Ray Phoenix versus Rey Mysterio would be a banger. And I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's happened before. Actually, I think Phoenix versus Mysterio happened in Lucha Underground before. I'm not sure. I would have to like look into it, but I want to say that's happened before. Okay. Oops. Shoot. But glad to see you guys still out there. How y'all doing? Did anybody else here? Oh, by the way, I would definitely want to recommend and there's a company out there. It's called like I said, called check out Reality of Wrestling when you can. Great show. It's online. It's literally on YouTube. Got like almost 1 million subscribers on it. I definitely recommend checking that out. That's a place where I'm trying to stay at. So this when you can just look up the Booker T ROW and it's right there. So who's all here right now? Show of hands. I need to. I want to. I need some names. I need some names to the faces. Oh boy. Also, I'm trying to teach myself Japanese right now, so that's why I'm a little distracted. But I'm still here. And hey, hey, honey bunny, how you doing? You're always distracted. I'm doing this Japanese lesson on Duolingo right now, and it's timed. So yeah, I didn't. Darn it. But yeah, but like I'm open to like I said, I'm also waiting for other people to like say stuff too. So it's like, oh darn it. Oh well, I got 7 experience. Can you screen share? No, I was using my phone. But like I can screen share my Japanese lessons. It's no problem. That's what I used to do that before, but like when I do every single time I screen share, like people start leaving. Like I just said screen share and one person just left. So yeah, but yeah, I can screen share. That's what I sometimes do. Matter of factly, I like there's this game I have been like obsessing over because I haven't been able to beat it yet, and I now have to. I'm now convinced that I have to beat it. This is my white whale. So shoot, give me a sec because I'm actually about to try to get this game loaded up right now. I swear, man, these and also like these cats. There's these right wing cats. I don't know what it is, man. They don't go away. Like I said, I will post up a whole bunch of stuff that has nothing to do with race or politics or nothing, and I get like very little interaction. But the moment that I make something that's about politics or about race. Here comes all the right wingers who just was like who was silent for like God love you. Thank I that's a nice thing to hear. Bit of a challenge to believe, but it's always nice to hear. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and screen share this game of 2048. Cut this game, and it is always frustrating to play. Give me 1 second, y'all. Uh oh. Please don't let me be lagging up. Please don't let me be lagging up. Please don't let me be lagging up. There we go. Alrighty. Like I said, because I've made it to 2048 a few times in this game, and I'm not terrible at it. So, all right. So, so there's this wrestler in the ECW who doesn't really get a lot, who probably doesn't really get mentioned a whole lot. His name is Jason Knight, and his whole gimmick was that like he was obsessed with his personal appearance and his looks. He kind of like just had that whole male model gimmick thing going on without the implications of raunchy behavior. But like the thing that really kind of like one thing that he had his catchphrase. What do you think of my suit? And it was like, and he would always like wear this white suit, and I just think it was kind of hilarious because it's like that gimmick would do so well today because of because like what you can because it's always a white suit, so it's like in reality all it takes for somebody to just go, all it takes for him to like get heat or get a big reaction is for his white suit to like get dirty. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's like I'm kind of surprised that that never really like that gimmick never really took off because it's funny, not funny, but like what's I'm looking for. It's creative. It's definitely like one of those more creative moments that I just kind of wish that they would have did something with. But yeah, his name is Jason Knight, and like he looks completely different now, like in comparison to how he did when he was younger because it's crazy what a beard and a haircut does for a guy, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was just something that I just thought about. Like, what do you think of my suit? Good gimmick, great gimmick. Also, while I'm talking about ECW, people like unsung heroes in ECW, I want to take the time to sort of take some acknowledgement to Hunter Q Robbins III. Now, if his name sounds familiar to you, it's probably because Triple H probably got his name from him. And I will always go, that's a conspiracy theory I'm trying to start. It's like he saw Hunter Q Robbins III and said, I'm going to take that. Shoot, typical. That's my conspiracy theory. I'm sticking to it. Because Hunter Q Robbins III was a manager. Oh no. But yeah, it's a bit of wrestling lore for you. Man, please be like, nah, man, I just don't. Okay. Must have on the beat, though. Feet, bro. Say the ankle, me track on the beat. Y'all ever think that Kendrick Lamar is gonna get tired of people asking him to perform "They Not Like Us"? Oh no. Oh, hold on. Joint slip of the finger. Hold on, yo. Oh my foot falling asleep. Ow. Do you cook often? I cook when I have something to cook and when I'm hungry. So not that often. That's one good thing about being depressed. Lack of appetite. Dang. Wow. Oh wow. Okay. So I got 0 people up in here. Okay. All right. I'm gonna give myself 1 minute. If nobody shows up, I'm ending the live right here. Seriously, 0 people, huh? Dang. Give me a second. There's a reason for this, I'm sure. Oh, never mind. 2 people. Cool. Oh, okay. It's just that like that number went to 0 mad quick. Where do you see 0? It was literally up there earlier. There's 4. It wasn't always 4. It was like 0 people. And it was like 0 people for like a few seconds. Like it was 2 and then it went straight to 0. But also people don't talk up in here, so it's like, like even if there was like 4, is like I don't know. Oh, oops. No. Okay, cool. Um all right. But yeah, my question still stands. Do y'all think that Kendrick Lamar will ever get tired of people like asking him to perform "They Not Like Us"? I mean, like he's clearly riding high right now because that's like his song de jour. But like I was just thinking about that. Like there was a time where Dave Chappelle got tired of saying "I'm Rick James," and he like stopped doing the show after that. So that just made me think to myself, like the more popular something becomes, the more like people want of it, and it's like the more creative that a creator becomes, and they're like, okay, I'm bigger than that, and it's like, oh, so that was just I was just thinking about that, and it was just like I'm waiting for his "I'm bigger than that" moment to happen fairly soon. Also I don't know why, but I came across a random post on it was either Facebook or Instagram or something, and it was just somebody and this person was just going ham on Doja Cat, and the first thing that went through my mind is I thought people already knew this stuff. Like she's apparently like this. She's not a nice lady, and it's like how did people just not pick up on this already? It's like peeps keep on forgetting that she's this way and she does this stuff and she actually presents herself in this manner all the time. And the first thing that went through my mind is that like Peeps was talking about this literally a couple of years. No, it was literally a couple of years ago. It's crazy. I'm telling you, man. If you're rich and famous and attractive, you can get away with anything. Dang, two on the side. Come on. Come on, bro. Okay, I'm thinking while I'm playing this game right now, and it's really like not. Dang, they figured out my plan. They was gonna try to make sure. Okay, sorry, y'all. I'm a little focused right now. For no reason. Man. By the, what do y'all think controversy is? Like, if I say who is the most controversial, like, if I were to ask y'all, who do y'all think is the most controversial, like, figure in entertainment? What do y'all like? What are some of the requirements that y'all would like consider to be like? What do y'all think makes somebody controversial? Because I feel like controversial, the word controversial itself can mean practically anything as long as it's kind of like shocking or surprising or something. Because when I think of controversial, I think of something that kind of like got not everyone, but kind of was something that changed everything up. So, like, for example, I think the most controversial figure in music, controversy is a Prince song. Well, Prince is a controversial person, so yeah, that tracks. Can Prince had dudes out here. Prince had dudes out here questioning like their whole lives. And what's even crazy, the thing that makes you like always messes with me about Chris is that like he was doing the stuff that was normal back then, like the metrosexuality stuff. Like every dude was doing that back then. Like every dude was wearing tight pants and like not necessarily. I don't want to say looking feminine, but it was like there was definitely an aesthetic back then, and he was just kind of going along with it. So I never understood how people was like. I never understood how like peeps just immediately just thought, oh, he was the only one doing that stuff. It's like, nah, man. Like, have you seen the wardrobes that most guys was wearing back in the day? Like, did you see how dudes was carrying themselves back in the day? Shoot, if you was rich, you was wearing tight clothing and had long hair and wearing makeup and stuff like that. So it was like, Prince was like Prince was normal. If anything, he was just doing out in public what not even out in public, but he was just making popular what seemed to be kind of like just what seemed to be like eccentric and different. At least that's what I think anyway. But he was pretty though, and I think that's kind of what messed all the other guys up. It was like he looked amazing while doing that. Hey, oh hey, La La Day, yo, how you doing? I was just bringing up how Prince was, and I was just bringing up how Prince's wardrobes designs was actually quite normal for the time because like every rich dude was dressing like that. Heck, if anything, like you were just like most dudes was just really comfortable with how they looked back then. And also, most women liked it. I think. At least I don't know. That I couldn't tell you. Man, they making sure I don't. Booyah, baby. How did your TikTok get hacked? I honestly couldn't tell you. I just woke up and I was told that the email and the phone number that I had to connect it to it was changed, and it was changed to an email and a phone number that I never had or didn't recognize. That's what happened. Almost there, y'all. Almost there. Now the goal is to match up that 1024 up there. But yeah, like that was like I said, it was just I think it was just because like maybe somebody had a either like I want to say it was just because like they either guessed my password or they just I don't know brute forced it or whatever. And like I said, I just woke up and I was told that my TikTok account wasn't like, and then like I tried to like get back into it, and it was literally a different name, anime picture, which I would never do, and like I said, it just took my stuff. Like I said, I was just more agitated because like TikTok, I know that like TikTok is going to drag their feet about this, and it was like they're a $1 billion organization and they can't handle a simple hack job, you know. It's like billions of dollars. You know what I mean? Like borderline national attention. Worst customer service ever. And that's what I keep on saying though, is that like, like it is I don't understand how we were like I don't understand how like people are trained and like just sort of taught to just sort of think highly of these big businesses when these big businesses at the very like, they're great at just providing the bare minimum. But that's about it. It's like, I could never like, like I can never worship a company for just giving me the bare minimum. It's like if I have a problem with the company, I should be able to get that problem handled because y'all have the money and the power and the means to solve this problem. But for some strange reason, they just can't seem to do anything. It's always, oh, our hands are tied. We can't really do anything at the moment. Um, it's like, why can't you? I'm supposed to believe that like big businesses and rich people are like these ridiculously valuable people, but every single time I have a problem, there's nothing that they can do about it. It's either they're incompetent or they're lazy. It's like I'm like they always say that poor people are lazy, but it's like somehow they can't solve a problem and we're supposed to just think, oh well that's just good business every single time they just can't do something. Screw that. Big time corporations, big corporations, really successful big man, but can't handle simple basic problems. Nuts. Oh boy. I got to be extra careful about how I play right now because anything can happen. Nuts. I appreciate that. I'll do just that. I appreciate that, Miss Shaniki Smith. Alrighty. Oh no. Sorry, y'all. I am trying to make sure I don't make this mistake right here. Oh boy. Nuts. Come on, man. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Booyah. And I won. Alrighty. Now I can go ahead and get a second one. Okay. So like this is obviously this is New Game Plus right now. So what y'all want to talk about? Y'all here? Because like I said, I could play this game like all day in silence, and I kind of don't want to do that. I'm trying to think of the most like I'm trying to think of some of the more controversial entertainers I've encountered, like not encountered, but like I can like recognize because I want to say Andrew Dice Clay was technically one of them. Like he's like what the first stand up comedian to ever like highlight. Yes, yeah, I'm gonna be off work for quite a while, but yeah, I think Andrew Dice Clay is definitely like one of the most controversial performers because he was like the first stand-up comedian to like what was it like to sell out Madison Square Garden, and then he went on to, but his whole routine was basically like Andrew Dice Clay would actually like have a really spectacular. He could easily like take full advantage of this era of like this era of like dude culture and just make a and just host a comeback right now if he really wanted to. So I want to say Andrew Dice Clay. Probably like every comedian. Every comedian is controversial because like they push the envelope, but they push the envelope in their desired way. Like they can technically say it's not that they say whatever they want as much as they say what you don't. They say what people don't want, and the idea is it's just simply a matter of who you are and what you don't want to hear, and if you're willing to laugh about it or not. So yeah, like I want to say every comedian is controversial because there's never been a comedian that didn't say something that didn't upset somebody. But like so like Richard Pryor, obviously, I'm gonna say Eddie Murphy, Andrew Dice Clay. I'll even go like new era. I mean, what's that dude's name? Not Red Skelton. Who's that dude who died in a car accident? I forgot his name. Oh man, I'm drawing a blank. Something Kinnis, Sam Kinison. Like now that I think about it, it's harder to name. It's harder to name comedians that weren't controversial because they all were in some fashion.
Like, I mean, even like Robin Williams, who I did not ever, who like, had you ever told me as a kid that Robin Williams was like kind of crazy, how was like a controversial stand up comic, I would have been like, nah, man, he's Patch Adams, shut up. But yeah, but like, I saw the episode of Dark Side of Comedy and found out that, he was apparently enthusiast of the snow. And but you look at his routines and it's like, well, yeah, of course he is. I mean, you really think he could do all that stuff clear? Like all that stuff clean? That's crazy. Wait, am I about to win? Am I about to win a second time? Let's go. This is gonna be odd. This is gonna be easy as heck. I am lancing my white whale. It's getting defeated. Okay, by the way, I never really fully finished the whale, but who was the bad guy there? Was it Captain Ahab or was it the whale? Because I remember some people saying that apparently the whale was supposed to like signify the devil or something. But like also Captain Ahab was like heavily obsessed with the whale. So it's like, who is the bad guy there? Or is that like the point of the story is that we just won't know? Y'all mean, bro. I swear, y'all ain't saying nothing out there. I'm giving y'all some banger questions, and y'all ain't saying jack. Y'all cold as ice. But that's fine. This is a gaming channel, which means I could just play this game right here and not say nothing. I never read that book. I tried to read it, but like at some point, the guy who wrote it started talking way too much about like whales. Like at some point in the book, like he actually like steers away from the story just to talk about like just to like turn it into like a infographic about whales, and I just tuned out. Uh oh. Oh, this might be it. This might be my. Yep, that's it. Okay, I almost had it though. I was halfway there, but y'all saw me win it though. As of right, like let it be known that I did win it one time, and I was actually very close to winning it time. But so, I'm thinking about stand-up comedy. Who's some of y'all favorite stand-up comedians? Like, just throw out some names. For me, my like some of my favorite stand-up comedians include. I'm gonna try to see if I can win the second one. Some of my favorite stand-up comedians include Kyle Kinane, Eddie Griffith. Um, let's see, Kyle Kinane, Eddie Griffith, probably also Greer Barnes. I want to like Josh Johnson because he's from my neck of the woods, but I'm genuinely jealous of him because he's more successful than I could ever be. And we both kind of grew up in similar conditions. Um, I respect Josh Johnson, but I haven't heard any word of his stand up. Yeah, I bet he is, but it's like of course he is. He's from my neck of the woods. We are funny people. I'm just kind of depressed because like learning that he's like not too far from where I'm from, and he's much younger than me. It just kind of depresses me because it's like, dang, I could have been that. I like I said, let's see, Greer Barnes, Kyle Kinane, um, Eddie Griffin is good. That's what I'm saying. Like he's it's like because it's not even his voice as much as like what he be talking about. He's in his 30s. I'm still older than him. And also he's been successful much longer than I have. He's been successful. Like technically, I want to say he broke in fairly young. So yeah, dude's doing very well for himself. So yeah, I'm a little jealous of that. And oh man, wow, I didn't think I was gonna lose that bad. My goodness, hold on. Okay. I'm trying to think of other stand-up comedians I was a fan of because I used to be a fan of DL Hughley, but like I haven't heard anything from him lately. I think Marlon Wayans stand-up comedy is actually pretty good. I thought that I thought there was a woman who did whose stand-up I actually thoroughly enjoyed, but I forgot her name. Come on, how bad am I at this game right now? You want to be a comedian? No, I don't. I actually I tried to do stand-up comedy like 3 times in my life, and the first time I did okay. The second time I did okay, but the third time I got booed out the building, and I was like, okay, okay, this is definitely not my calling. And it wasn't even that I got booed out the building. It wasn't even that I really got booed out the building as much as I had after the it was open mic night. So basically anybody who felt like they could try out had the chance to just get on the microphone and just make the jokes and do the thing that they had to do. And but like after you obviously when you get done, you have to get off the stage, get back to your seat. And I found myself doing the stand up, and I got heckled. And I got heckled. It was like the first time I got heckled, and I think the part that kind of hurt me was after I got booed, and after I got booed and I went back down to sit down, I'm literally sitting right next to the guy who heckled me. But the room was dark, so he didn't know that I was he didn't know that he was sitting next to me, but I knew that I was sitting next to him. So like that was a moment that was kind of poetic. It's like it's like here I am. It was kind of like just something that just made me think to myself, yeah, this is definitely not for me. This is like symbolic. I really did kind of just I literally just I had to get booed off the stage by the guy who started the booing. And yeah, I don't know. It's like that moment in Kuroko no Basket where like, that kid got traumatized because the 111 to 11 score. But, he obviously outgrew it, but I don't outgrow things like that. Like that stuff will still that stuff crushes my spirit today. And that happened years ago. I think I made a video about that before. I think I made a video when it happened. Not when it happened, but after it happened. But yeah, I would never want to be a comedian. I don't think I'm a funny guy. Or rather, like I don't think I'm funny. I don't think I'm funny in a sense that I don't think I could tell a joke and people would think that is funny. Like I could probably make a funny face, maybe do a funny voice, but like, see, did the funny voice? Nobody laughed. Nobody.
All right. Since nobody wants to interact after I lose this, I am going to call it. Boom. Okay. Good. Uh-oh. Man. All right. Now I lost this one. All right, guys. So obviously, all right. So obviously, you guys are. I mean, wow. You guys are church mouse quiet. So I'm just gonna assume that just means that you guys are A, are bored with me, or B, got better things to do. So I'll leave you guys to it. I'm gonna go ahead and head out. As I like to think this kind of did make me feel a little bit better. But for the most part, obviously, it's time for me to get myself situated, get myself ready for get myself ready for tomorrow. And I mean, well, obviously, sleep, yes, sleep. I'm gonna watch me a crap ton of wrestling, then pass out for the night. Um, but yeah, like I said, y'all are church mouse quiet, man. Like I don't know, I'm not entertaining enough for y'all to just stand and stare at. I'm just saying, but you know. Thanks for popping up. Um, we'll talk later, though. Okay. Before I go, I need y'all guys to remember something. Remember that you are more than a person. You are an experience. You can choose to be somebody's best experience, somebody's worst experience, or nobody or no experience at all. I would definitely recommend not being a bad experience because we all going through some stuff right now. If you can't provide somebody with love and peace, then provide them with nothing. Don't be a +2 to somebody's bad day. Um, you know, offer up love and peace, and if you can't, offer nothing. Um, in the meantime, though, I'm gonna head out. Love, peace, and stay cool out there.